Molly Qerim. She was the mediator for ESPN's First Take, which is ESPN's arguably their biggest show. Stephen A. Smith makes about $20 million a year from that show. Molly left, and everyone was trying to figure out why. It's been reported that she left because she was making $500,000 a year. She wanted more. Mm-hmm. They said no. She walked away.
So were they both like equal co-hosts?
No.
Oh.
And that's the thing, is a lot of people are saying, yo, she was grossly underpaid. And it's difficult because that happens so often with women. In this case, people feel like because he made $20 million, she shouldn't have been making $500,000, and they sitting at the same table. But
they're both on the same table.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's his show. He's the attraction for the most part. She sits in the middle. She mediates, and then other people come on. Mm-hmm. And people feel like she should have been making more because she'd been there, I think, 10, 15 years. She's been there a long time.
Oh, definitely.
I'm torn. Because the thing is, I understand people saying Stephen A. Smith makes $20 million. Why does she make $500,000? But Stephen A. Smith can go make $20 million on his own. Mm-hmm. Whereas for her, she was the mediator. Her opinions, people didn't tune into ESPN for her opinions. She was mostly there to be the appointment between the producer and the on-air host. To say coming in and out of breaks, going to commercial, things of that nature.
Did they say what her starting salary was?
No.
Oh, okay.
I'm assuming it went up. But think about it. You sitting at a table for 4 hours a day, if that, and you don't really do much of the talking. You just go, okay, you go. All right, I understand that. That's a good point. Now you go. $500,000 a year? Mm-hmm. They're going to just replace her. This is the male mentality of television. This is why I understand both sides of it. I understand the people who are saying, yo, she's not making as much because she's a woman. That's not technically true. She's not making as much because she's not a full host. Mm-hmm. She's also probably not making as much because she's a woman. That's probably true, right? But they're just going to replace her with another woman, right? Mm-hmm. Because all they see is a pretty face. They put a pretty face in that seat because people will tune in because she's pretty and they want to hear everybody else's opinions. That's harsh, but that's the reality of when they put these sports shows together. The people tune in to just look at her, not to hear her. And ESPN looks at it like, well, we could go get another pretty woman that'll sit in that seat for $250,000.
Yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I feel like knowing what her start, like if she was making the same amount every year, then yeah, she should get a raise.
No matter what it was, yeah.
Yeah. Even if it was like, I don't know, what is she getting? 500,000?
Yeah.
So then maybe if it was like, I don't know, 650 or 7, I don't know. I don't know if she was expecting like a 2 million. Like, does she want to go to 2 million? Does she want 15 million? I think that would change it for me as well.
Well, and I bring Molly up because I think that is a struggle for everyone at some point in their life. I don't know if you've ever been in a toxic work environment.
Stay in the moment. Yeah, hey, look, check. I'm in the moment. Hey, look, stay in the moment. Stay in the moment. If they try to hold you down, you just re-up and then you just reload it.
Never. Well, yes, but it's not the same as what most people, because I've worked in private homes as a caregiver, personal assistant, nanny, all the things. And I've had some toxic families, but I don't have coworkers. It was like one time I worked with a family that had bodyguards and staff, and we were all friends, but the parents were just so toxic. Like, I wasn't allowed to talk to the dad because he was a man, and the mom wasn't allowed to talk to any of the men staff at all. And it was just really, really weird. But as far as like being in the office,
See, and I feel for people who go through this because I know everyone is not a leaper. And I'm a leaper. I always have been, right? And you have to weigh these things out, obviously, when you're in a toxic environment. And I've worked in toxic environments in my life, and I've worked in peaceful environments. And what I have found a lot of the time, where I make more money is usually more of a toxic environment. And I wonder how much of her environment played into her decision. Because sometimes it's not always the money. You're looking at it like this is great money, right? Even if she did want more, respectfully, Can she go get more at another show, or can she go get more doing her own show? Most would argue she can't.
Mm-hmm.
You're walking away from an opportunity to make that much money just talking on ESPN, which is the biggest sports broadcasting network in the world. But do you walk away because y'all are not paying me enough, or because y'all are not treating me right?
That could be a factor.
And I think for everybody, there comes a time when you have to ask yourself that question.
Mm-hmm.
And you have to look in the mirror and ask yourself, who are you going to be? Because like earlier, when I was watching that video, I've realized in those toxic environments, it's full of people who are just not visionaries.
Mm-hmm.
They just can't see it. Life is full of way more people who are not brave enough to say, I'm going to go follow my own dreams. I'm going to go pursue my own dreams. Not in a way, and don't let people make you feel like you're doing something wrong by pursuing your own dreams. Everything in life that we use is there because somebody followed their dreams one day, right? When you wake up and go get coffee from that coffee shop, that was somebody's dream. When you walk into that office, that's somebody's dream. When you log into your computer, the computer was once somebody's dream. Everything you use. And to me, the way I see it, you either gonna spend your entire life going from one thing to another that was somebody else's dream. Whether it's the app when you open your phone, somebody else's dream. The car that you get in, somebody else's dream. The daycare that you drop your kids off at, somebody else's dream. Everything, right? All of it. And it's nothing wrong with if that's what you want. But there's also nothing wrong with waking up one day and going, I think that's it. I think that I have put up with enough for trying to help someone else accomplish their dream.
Mm-hmm.
And it's time for me. And so many people don't make that decision when it's time to, whether it's fear or influence, right? Whatever it is, you just stay. And then one day becomes 2 days, and then 2 days become 2 years, and then 2 years become 20 years, and then 20 years going by, and you didn't do anything to work on anything for you.
Mm-hmm.
Everything has been for this other or for others. And it's just like that with our health, right? You the first person up when somebody is sick, want to help.
Mm-hmm.
But then when you down and you need the help, those same people are not only not there, sometimes you not as there for yourself as you would have been for somebody else.
Mm-hmm.
And I just think we all struggle with that. And if she walked away because, you know what? I'm worth more than what y'all are willing to allow me to believe I'm worth, walk. Walk every time. That's how I see it. You get one life. And the moment that you are putting yourself before a company or before someone else, that should not irritate that person. I've been in toxic environments where people were treated differently depending upon who they were. People were treated differently even though they would do a lot of the same things. And I've been in environments where people will frown upon you because, what are you, working on yourself? Like, what do you think this is?
Mm-hmm.
No, you don't get to balance and work on yourself and work with us. You don't get to do both. Oh, you can't choose yourself? That type of toxic, you know? And no, that video just reminded me of that job will replace you every single time. Won't think twice about it. But who can replace you for you? Who's going to substitute for you? And that's why in this season of my life where, once again, it's on. Because I leap. Leaping got me here. Leaping will get me to the next level. I leap. That game Leapfrog, that's Mo. Hop in the grocery store. I got hit one time. You know what I mean? Mad years I ain't get hit crossing the street. Do the math. Do the knowledge, as they would say.
Michael Jordan cut his hair because of us.
Huh?
Michael Jordan cut his hair bald because of Onyx.
Because of Onyx. Get out of here.
Do the knowledge.
So I'm just saying that to whomever needs to hear it. Listen to your instincts. Listen to your gut. You may not realize it, but every single day you go through your day and you help somebody else accomplish their dreams in this life of where we get one. So if you have dreams, if you have goals, go get them. Go get them, and people will help you. You'll be surprised. There will be a couple of people who will ask you, why is your Patreon so much? It's a weird question, Nate, but I got one of those. I tried to do a questionnaire thing.
Okay.
Ask me anything on Instagram. 90% of it was, why'd you leave the show? Like, come on, y'all. I guess I should have saw it coming. But one question was, why is your Patreon so much? And I responded, but I responded privately. I won't say exactly what I said, but I did feel like it was a disrespectful question. Because if it's not for you, it's not for you. Period. Right? Don't let somebody tell you what your price is, though. There's a $4.99 tier. It's $5 a month. What are we talking about? What do you mean so much? what exactly? So I asked her, what exactly do you think I should charge? For all of the hours and all of the hard work and all that I'm doing to keep all of this afloat and all that went into it. And all, like, what do you think? Like $4.99? Ma'am. You don't have to get the $19.99 tier if that's not for you, right? And it's to me, you obviously are here and are asking because I have done something to connect with you. Something I've done enough to where you want the content. So it's good because you want it, right? That's why now I finally get why the OGs used to tell me when you pick something up in the store, you never ask the price. Because if you got to ask, you can't afford it. Because you don't want to look like the guy who says, and got to put it back down. If you picked it up, we know you like it. That ain't the time to start asking why it's so much, right? Because that's a you thing. When people sell farts for $39.99, yo, you never gonna tell me.
Is that how much it is?
I don't know, but I've seen.
Okay.
There are people selling their bodies for millions, Nate. And you gonna tell me my jokes ain't worth $4.99? Like people out here farting in a jar and getting it off and making a living. And you gonna tell me, but that's why you cannot let people tell you your worth. You cannot let people make you change your price. Your price is your price, right? I had a barber who told me this going up. I was mad at him. I let one other person cut my hair, went right back. Your price is your price, fam. You won.